I'm Jess from Loft NQ. I'm 27 years old and I've just recently set up my own business called Jess Rose, selling vinyl. I was working at Unilad. They went into administration, long story short. I had nothing to do at work and my boyfriend said to me, you really like the apartment, so why don't you make an Instagram account? And I did, and it's taken me places I didn't think it would. The apartment itself, without my stuff in it, was really beautiful. Off the back of that, I started to grow this passion for interior. I guess I've always had it subconsciously. Like my last apartment was an old cotton mill, and that was like really aesthetically pleasing, but again, I didn't mean to make it, I just did. So it's become like second nature to me. But then the more I've grown my Instagram, the more I've grown in confidence to just make it a bit mad. A lot of the stuff that we've got in here is off Facebook, and I started a hashtag called Facebook Finds because I was finding like really great stuff on Facebook and everyone was like, how are you finding all this stuff? So once I'd got what I wanted, started to show everybody else. So did a lot of Facebook finds and stories. I do the odd house tour, which again makes me cringe so much, but I do that every now and then. But I try not to do that often because if I do it all the time, people will get bored of it. The reason that I started upcycling so much is because when we moved into here, we didn't have bags of disposable income. We lived comfortably, but I wanted all the nice stuff, but not pay for it. So I was finding like that cabinet upstairs that was free. One of my friends' neighbours was getting rid of a load of stuff, so I got that off her, and then I just transformed it with my own vinyl and spray and painted it. So I do a lot of upcycling for next to nothing. Obviously I did all the kitchen in vinyl, which is hilarious because my boyfriend came home and he's like, why have we got like a big kitchen? And I'm like, deal with it. I've only just grown the confidence to actually put my face on it and talk, and like give a personality behind an apartment because nobody really knew who this was. So yes, we'll talk every now and then. Obviously there's different shots of the house. And then if I do get sent quite a lot of stuff, which is great because I love all the stuff that I'm being sent, and B, it gives me quite a lot of content. So I'll put that on my stories, what I've been sent that week. I really struggled with my mental health since I was about 21. And it was always because I never felt fulfilled. I didn't feel like I wanted to be in an office doing recruitment for something that, to put it bluntly, I didn't care about anymore because I knew that this was taking off here. And like, I knew I was having people compliment me all the time on Instagram saying, you're doing such an amazing job. So I was wasting my time doing something that I didn't want to do anymore. Since I've taken that jump and since I have been working for myself, yes, it's hard. And yes, I'm thinking, if I don't make any sales today, is this the end of my business? Is this the end of the dream? So every day I'm like, right, I need to make sure that I'm making a living and making money. So that's very, very challenging, but it's so much more fulfilling. When I say to people, like, I've gone from doing the recruitment at Lab Bible to now selling vinyl, it's like, how has that happened? And like I said before, so I couldn't find any designs of vinyl that I wanted to use, and the vinyl that I was getting was crap. Every time I was posting, like the kitchen I posted, that's not my brand, but I was inundated with messages saying, where do you get this vinyl from? And I was like, I'm on something here because nobody knows where to get it from. Nobody really knows it exists. So I'm just going to do it. And now I've done it. It's just, when I see people send me customer photos of what, like, my products in their home, I'm like, this is so surreal. I do a lot of market research. Like, I do put questions out on my Instagram and then I'll just say, like, tell me what you want on it. And my audience will give me the ideas, which is great. So like, I remember the day after I launched, I think I got about 20 people saying, we need to see some Dalmatian on there. And I was like, I would never think to put Dalmatian on there. And now I've got a Dalmatian downstairs loose. So, and it was the biggest, it's now the best seller. So I do a lot of asking, you know, what do you want to see on it? And then they'll tell me. So yes, when somebody makes an order, I'll accumulate 48 hours worth of orders, and that's the printers, and then within 24 hours that's printed, and then the same day I'll bring it home and pack it at home, which again is so not ideal. And then that day, so it's in here for about an hour max, and then it goes back out. It's such a random product that I'm selling, but it's just so good. Like, I just love it, and I think that's why it's taken off so much, because I've been able to show people, like, you don't need to throw away your furniture that you don't want anymore. Like, just spend a couple of quid and get it looking fresh again.